Will there ever be gay marriage in Mormon temples? Probably. Two cases from the past set a precedent for this. First, polygamy. Polygamy was first introduced by Joseph Smith in the 1840s, but the practice was very secretive until Brigham Young took charge. Brigham made it clear that the only men who become gods are those who enter into polygamy. Succeeding church leaders would continue to teach that polygamy was a necessity to man's highest exaltation. In 1882, the Senate passed the Edmunds Act, which disqualified polygamous men and women from voting. Since this did not deter the saints, a second act was passed in 1887 that prevented all Utah women from voting, dissolved the corporation of the church, and directed legal proceedings for seizing its property. During this time, most apostles and stake presidents were in hiding or in prison. Under this immense pressure, Wilford Woodruff issued the Manifesto in 1890, leading to the end of plural marriage in the church. Next, let's look at the temple and priesthood bans. In 1852, Brigham Young publicly announced that men of black African descent could no longer be ordained to the priesthood, and subsequent presidents restricted blacks from receiving the temple endowment or being married in the temple. In 1949, the first presidency released a statement confirming that it was not a matter of policy, but of direct commandment from the Lord. As America was changing, external pressures began. In 1969, 14 African-American players were dismissed from the Wyoming football team because they wanted to protest a policy of the church which they considered to be racist. In 1970, the IRS changed its formal policy and would no longer give tax-exempt status to private schools engaging in racial discrimination. Bob Jones University prohibited interracial dating and marriage. Soon after its policy change, the IRS determined that the university did not meet the requirements and revoked the university's tax-exempt status. Throughout the 70s, several members would be excommunicated for publicly criticizing the church's teachings on race. In 1978, the first presidency finally rescinded the restriction on priesthood ordination and extended the blessings of the temple to all worthy Latter-day Saints. So what do we learn from these examples? No matter how concrete a teaching may seem, it can change. And the church's stance on same-sex attraction has been changing. In 1997, President Hinckley referred to gay members as good people and said they will not be punished for their attractions, only their actions. In 2001, For Strength of Youth lightened its previously harsh commentary on same-sex attraction and confirmed that feeling same-sex attraction is not a sin. In 2012, the church launched a website dedicated to the topic of homosexuality and stated that individuals do not choose to experience same-sex attractions, contrary to previous teachings. In November 2015, the first presidency barred children of same-sex marriages from being baptized until 18 years old. This policy triggered controversy and was reversed less than 4 years later, and demonstrated that church policies can be influenced. Today, there are even rumors that some legally married same-sex couples are allowed to take the sacrament and serve in callings. Maybe it won't be too long before the church repeats history and makes a significant change for the better and allows gay marriage in temples. What do you think?